Shri Mike Pandey, President IDPA, and Shri Mukesh Sharma, the Director of MIF 2016. Zordar taaliyan hamare in sab dignitaries ke liye. Thank you so much for taking our time and coming here. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening once again. The Mumbai International Film Festival for documentary, short and animation films, to give its full proper name, was started in the year 1990 and has now become a landmark event in the calendar of international film festivals. It is a success story without parallel, primarily because the festival has not only matured, but also modified itself to keep in step with the changing times. More than that, it has created a permanent space for the growth of documentaries, thus taking forward the pioneering work done by the Films Division. From the start, Mumbai has played gracious host to the festival, and rightly so, because Mumbai is not only the city of cinematic dreams, but also the birthplace of the Indian film industry. It is not only the financial capital of India, but also the melting pot of cultures, ethnicities, and traditions. MIF further enriches this multi-hued Mumbai culture by bringing together films and film lovers from all parts of the world. Ek baar phir zordar taaliyan for all of you who've managed to come here today. May I now request Director MIF, Shri Mukesh Sharma ji, to invite on stage our chief guest, Shri Devendra Fadnavis, Honorable Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Colonel Rajyavardhan Rathod, Honorable Minister of State for Information and Broadcasting, Government of India, the guest of honor, eminent filmmaker Shri Shyam Benegal ji, MIF Brand Ambassador Shri Jackie Shroff, and President IDPA Shri Mike Pandey to please come on stage and light the ceremonial lamp of MIF 2016. Please get your hands together for all of them.
असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. Thank you so much. I request the dignitaries to please occupy their seats, and I call upon Shri Mukesh Sharma ji, Director, MIF, and Director General, Films Division, for a welcome address. Shri Mukesh Sharma is the perfect example of consistently diligent and honest efforts yielding rich cinematic dividends. So please get your hands together for Shri Mukesh Sharma ji.
Honorable Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Shri Devendra Fadnavis, Honorable Minister of State for Information and Broadcasting, Government of India, Colonel Rajyavardhan Singh Rathod, Honorable Members of Parliament and State Assembly, respectful diplomats, Shri Shyam Benegal ji, Shri Jackie Shroff, Shri Mike Pandey ji, members of MIF jury, selection committee, filmmakers from India and abroad, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed a great pleasure for me to welcome you all to the inaugural event of the Mumbai International Film Festival, also called MIF, M-I-F-F, for documentary, short and animation films that Films Division is organizing in collaboration with the government of Maharashtra from 20th January to 3rd February 2016. The festival is organized every alternate year as a week-long activity, and this is the 14th edition. The festival, which was started in 1990, has now become a landmark event in the calendar of international film festivals. It is a success story without parallel, primarily because the festival has not only matured, but also modified itself to keep in step with the changing times. The first Indian documentaries were made at the turn of the 19th century with the dawn of cinema in India, but the movement itself took root in 1940 with the setting up of the Information Films of India, which is IFI. After the winding up of IFI, Films Division started in April 1948. On its shoulder rested the onerous responsibility of giving shape and momentum to the documentary film. It was entrusted with the responsibility of unifying a multilingual, multi-ethnic country into a unified whole. The significant thing to note about the Indian documentary movement was that it did not in any way imitate the international documentary movement and instead imprinted its own individual stamp. Indian filmmakers instinctively realized that the needs of the country were different and a unique movement was needed. In the last 75 years, a very independent and strongly, I quote, Indian movement was developed. And this proliferation of documentaries that we see today is the result of the initial vision. This year, the festival has attracted a record 825 entries, sir, from 22 countries, of which 30 films from 14 countries have been chosen for the international competition and 27 films have been chosen for the national competition. We have 32 films in new media and 21 films in the animation category, and both are PSA categories, which means public service awareness ads. And hold on, a record of 386 films are being screened in 6 screens in the next 6 days in different sections. The records do not end here. This year, we are holding MIF Zone, a parallel screening of competition films in 19 cities of film lovers who are unable to travel to Mumbai for the MIF. Screening will also be held in Mumbai University, Kalina. For the winners in 35 categories, MIF offers golden conches, trophies, and cash prizes worth rupees 5.5 million. Recipient of the coveted Dr. V. Shantarap Lifetime Achievement Award will receive rupees 5 lakhs in cash, a trophy, and a citation. The 14th chapter of the festival has all the usual staples which audiences have come to accept as a part of MIF, but it also has some special packages which are a delightful mix of the contemporary and the archival. In the non-competitive section, the Best of Festivals package unspools the cream of other important festivals, from Berlin, from Leiria, Afghan documentary, and other film festivals. The festival will pay tribute to 10 filmmakers whom we lost in the last festival, including Films Division stalwarts. In the last decade, and particularly from the last edition, a series of parallel events have spawned around the festival. The popular open forum is still there, but there is much more. Master classes with noted international and Indian documentarians and animators, MIF Hub, and workshops on the technical aspects of the documentary filmmaking. And to cap it all, a full dome pro screening all the way from Russia, which is this year we have an added attraction. The government of Maharashtra has graciously, sir, thank you very much, agreed to provide all necessary support for the success of this festival, and for that we are really thankful to them. I do hope that the festival leaves a lasting impression on everyone. The filmmakers and thinkers across the world will also get a promising platform to share their concept, thoughts, and art to add significant quality to their work. In brief, it is going to be a very exciting 7 days. I welcome you all once again and wish you all a very rewarding week ahead. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Mukeshji. Thank you so much for all the information about MIF. Of course, it's going to be a great time in the next couple of days. Now, the next person that I'm going to call up on stage is another one of my personal favorites, and who we lovingly called Jagu Dada. So please get your hands together for Mr. Jackie Shroff to please come and say a few words. And that's the man we've loved, watched his films, and look at him. I think Looks like a star all the time as he walks up. A big round of applause for the man, please.
Chief Minister Sahab, Fadnavis Sahab, INB State, Rathore Sahab, श्याम बेनेगल जी, बाकी के सभी बड़ों को, सुभाष जी, सभी को मेरा बहुत बहुत प्यार. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Documentary, that's something which is close to my heart, has been always close to my heart. In fact, I want to make something about my mother's travel from Turkmenistan to India. And definitely bees, where Mike Pandey is going to help me. I've been made a face of Mumbai International Film Festival. I'm not much of a speaker. I'm a guy who implements more than I speak. Words have always been given to me by the writers. Subhash ji has guided me throughout. तो मैं कुछ ज़्यादा बोल नहीं सकता हूँ, मगर मैं बहुत कुछ कर सकता हूँ. अगर मेरा थोबड़ा, my face, sorry, I'm from Mumbai. If my face can draw children to come and participate, to make the issues that's close to their heart or they want to speak. Everyone's got a mobile phone. अपने अपने दिल की बातें, what's close to your heart, should be recorded and should be shown. The world has opened up. You can see your film on your mobile sitting at home. Every children has a dream, every children has an issue, whether it's in school, whether it's being bullied, whether the food that they eat causes so many problems, whether it's the water, whether it's the traffic, whatever it is. All these things can be seen. There's opportunity given by MIF. There's a school out here who's showing a lot of film. There's NABARD who's showing the films. And I'm going to be seen here every day. It's just not standing here and talking some smart little thing. I have no idea what I'm saying. But I'm happy that with my face, Tiger's father, maybe little children say Tiger's father, guys who have grown up old watching my film, I have no idea which old film they have seen and have they liked me. Sharma ji has made me a brand, a mainstream guy who's standing here and trying to act cool. Thank you, Sharma ji, to start with. कि आपने मुझे क्यों लिया, ये ज़रा कभी आके मुझे समझा देना. I want to know why he's taken me. But I'm happy that he's taken me and I can take it forward to a lot more people. But I would want bigger stars, Bachchan Saab, Hrithik Roshan, maybe in youngsters, my son if he becomes a big star, to be a brand and take it forward, to take this thought forward, to have a short film, documentary and animation to every little heart out there in India and abroad. Welcome from dignitaries from different countries. I can see you behind. I'm sorry I can't speak much, not many languages, but if you give me the lines, I can speak a lot. You're most welcome. If you need any homemade food or anything, please let me know. And Sharma ji, please guide me. There are a lot of people out there from different parts of the country and the world. Most welcome, feel at home, enjoy the hospitality, and Jai Hind, Jai Maharashtra. Just love and be loved. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It's always a pleasure listening to him because he speaks from his heart. And that's what Jackie Shroff is all about. A big round of applause for the man here. I think in our country, cinema is something that we have grown up with. हम लोग फिल्में देखते हैं और बहुत सारी फिल्में जो हैं हमारे देश में बनती हैं. But there are some people who make a kind of a cinema जो एक तरह से छाप हम पर छोड़ जाती हैं. So I would like to call Shyam Benegal ji to please come on stage and say a few words. Please, sir.
Good evening. I really wasn't expecting to say something here today. I'd come to participate in this actually as a viewer. Now that I've been asked to come on the stage, what hits me most strongly is the fact that people who make short films, documentaries, animation films in our country, there are many of them who want to make these films and keep making them. I always wonder, what happens to those films? Because one of the major problems that we have in our country is that these films, we make them, but we have no place to show them. And this is where I think the government really needs to come in, because unless there is a possibility of these films getting seen and the monies that are spent on those films are recovered, a little profit is also made, then it makes sense. Otherwise, it's a huge problem, because we keep having these festivals. They're wonderful to have these festivals, but it's very important that people who make short films should continue to make the films that they want to make, because this is one arena where you can actually make the films you want to make without anybody telling you, without any kind of pressure of any enormous kind, like when you make a feature film. There's so much riding on that, so much money rides on a film. But here, these are films that you can even make on your telephone. Now, when you have that kind of possibility, but you also need a place where you can show these films, where people can see them. And this is where, for years and years, we've been talking about this. We've never really solved the problem. We simply don't have a place where we can show these films or even recover any part of the cost that we put into those films. This is a huge problem. And I think we need to look at this. And since the minister is here, I would think it's important for the Information Broadcasting Ministry to worry about this aspect. Because it's all very well for us to say, make these films, but you must be able to show them, they must recover the costs, and then we know that the movement actually works. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for those important words. Ladies and gentlemen, the Dr. V. Shantaram Lifetime Achievement Award is instituted by MIF to recognize a filmmaker's lifetime commitment to the growth and development of non-fiction filmmaking. This year, the award is being given to a legend who has dedicated his life for, well, I'm not going to take his name. I have an audio-visual. Let's have a look at the AV, and we shall see. Ladies and gentlemen, this year, the Dr. V. Shantaram Lifetime Achievement Award is being conferred upon the pioneering wildlife filmmaker, Shri Naresh Bedi, who's, yes, please get your hands together. Shri Naresh Bedi, whose formidable oeuvre spans over half a century. Now, may I request Shri Naresh Bedi to please come on the dais, and please get your hands together for this wonderful, this amazing gentleman. Come on, get your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. May I have the privilege to read the citation now? Shri Naresh Bedi, renowned filmmaker, photographer, writer, and conservationist, comes from a family dedicated to environmental protection and conservation for over 3 generations. A gold medalist from the Film and Television Institute of India, he became the first Asian filmmaker to win the Green Oscar in the year 1984. Yes, followed by 2 nominations for the British Academy Film Awards in the year 1987. In 2015, the Government of India honored him with the Padma Shri in recognition of his superlative body of work and his unwavering commitment to the protection of endangered species. In a career spanning over 45 years, Shri Bedi has inspired generations of wildlife photographers, filmmakers, and nature lovers. For his singular dedication and exceptional contribution to the conservation of wildlife and environment through his extraordinary films, the Dr. V. Shantaram Lifetime Achievement Award for the year 2016 is conferred on Shri Naresh Bedi ji. Get your hands together, please. More than 45 years in the business. We are indeed privileged to have such a pioneering filmmaker in our midst. I would request all the dignitaries to have their seats, all of them. But Mr. Bedi, sir, I would want you to stay back here and share some of the experience that you've had. I'm sure everybody out here would definitely want to know what you've gone through. Please.
First of all, I would like to thank MIF for recognizing my work, which we have been carrying out from last 45 years or so. I think it was just a passion. Even after passing out Film and Television Institute in 1969, way back in 69, winning both gold and silver medal, I was offered a Maharashtrian film to do, a feature film, which I declined, simply because I thought I want to do my own way. I want to do things or show what I feel is right, where there's no control, as It was difficult. It was a very difficult journey. Started freelancing, and the television Doordarshan came. Started working for Doordarshan. I remember those days they were paying 3 rupees per foot of film. 3 rupees a foot they use. And for that, you have to work in small news coverages, some VIP, and in the end it will end up using, 10 seconds, 15 seconds, But that was the way we started. I think after a while I got a break, started working for BBC. That was a breakthrough. They recognized our work, we understood their requirement, and could deliver what the international market was looking for. But still was not very happy. We still wanted to carry on doing our own production. And that too in the wildlife, in the environment. And finally, the first film we chose to make about the Ganges Gharial, about the long-snouted crocodile, which at that time only 300 were surviving. And even the scientific world did not know much about the animal behavior. So it was a difficult subject. With no equipment, no financial backing, we borrowed a hand-cranked Ballard Bolex camera, borrowed some money and started off. Just with the determination that we want to make a film about this animal. It took 5 years to do, filming in Chambal when Phulan Devi was active, filming in Corbett with all these tigers and elephants walking past. But as the luck would do, in 5 years we were able to film the whole life cycle for the first time. Various myths which people did not know we could reveal. For example, the mother digging the nest was the most important and crucial sequence, because people believe that like other crocodilians, they also carry their young ones back to water in their mouth. But we were able to film as the mother comes and digs open and releases the young ones, and they literally walk to the water. Again, the mating. Nobody knew about the mating, the significance of the ghara with resound sounds during the mating and attracts. It makes a lot of clap sound underwater to attract females. So all these discoveries were done through this film. I had a terrible time. Just to give you one small example where the things can go wrong. No money. I approached everybody. I approached BBC, all the big channels. Nobody came forward. The NDI in Germany offered me editing for the film. And I think it was a total disaster. I worked with the editor who, like any other film, wanted to edit this film. The gharial comes out of water, turns, cut, moves this side, cut, sits, cut. I said, this is not what. This animal is so slow. We have to build up a sequence. We have to make a film. We have to show. Anyway, the film was entered at the Wild Screen Film Festival in '84, competing with all the big broadcasters of the world. I was awarded the Best Wildlife Cameraman of the Year award. Way back in '84, the first film, I would say that was the first Indian wildlife film honestly made about the whole natural history of animal. So it was a great honor, not for me, for my brother, but it was an honor for the country. But then there was no stoppage. We went on making film about tigers, about elephants, about the wildlife of Ladakh, which nobody has explored. And still, I feel very strongly, these films have a very archival value. What we did way back in '80s, nobody has been able to record. The wild dogs of Tibetan wild dogs again, so far. The lynx, we filmed it for the first time, nobody has done it again. So these are most archival value, what we did at that time with all the difficulties. Now you can make film. Every second person is a short film maker. But at that time, even getting a basic tripod was a problem. Getting a film stock was a problem. With all these problems, we survived and reached so far. So I thank everybody who helped us in our journey so far. I really thank Rajesh is with me. He's always with me on the filming projects. We have been working together. So the credit goes to him. As a team, we work together. Thank you, MIF. Thank you, everybody, for giving this honor. Thank you.
Mr. Bedi, just a little question from my side. I think about, over there, you can answer it over there, sir. I just wanted to know, you've been in the wildlife for such a long time. Was there ever a moment where you felt that, you would be attacked and you could have been killed? Was there ever a moment, ever in your life? I'm sure everybody over here would want to know. 45 years.
I think many times. I mean, almost number of times attacked by a tiger.
Oh.
I mean, I just want to say one small incident, as we said.
Because we just saw the clipping of a rhinoceros coming towards you. Right there.
That was very risky. In fact, Rajesh went ahead. I was stopping him. I said, don't go closer, you never know. But why we went so close? Because that animal looked wounded, helpless. And we thought we could help. But it turned out to be different. He was very much all right. We had to fire 2 air shots to stop him coming. Otherwise, he would have taken our life. Secondly, once I think I only remember the God, I said, save me today. Once we were filming in Ladakh at 15,000 feet, the frozen lake. The whole evening, I was returning back without knowing how far I have to travel. The wind picked up, the whole, the lake became like a sea. My small dinghy, I could not push forward. It was pushing back, the water was coming and freeze. I mean, it was all frozen parts of it. The sun was going down. I said, today we had it. And Rajesh was stuck in a hide on an island where he could not come out unless I go back and take him out. So luckily, there was a driver who helped him to walk this deep, icy water with his equipment, with his camera holding high. When he came back and discovered I am not back, he thought, gone. The whole village was on the bank looking for us. Rajesh saw something floating in the water. Oh my God, that's the end of it. That was another body which was floating. We reached around 8 o'clock in the evening with all my hands blue. Equipment, my reflex was gone because of the water had come into the water. I could not take it out. So we lost equipment, but we survived somehow to make those films.
And definitely you survived so well. I think get your hands together for the man, more than 45 years in the business. An inspiring tale. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Bedi, for your inspiring words. I'm sure they will propel the younger members of our fraternity towards working tirelessly for conservation of precious earth and her flora and fauna. Now, may I call upon our young and dynamic Minister of State for Information and Broadcasting, Colonel Rajyavardhan Rathore, to please come on stage and address us, sir. Please get your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. Colonel Rajyavardhan Rathore is an internationally acclaimed Olympic winning shooter and winner of the Ati Vishisht Seva Medal for his exceptional services in the uniform. Sir.
Thank you. You just saved me the embarrassment by stopping right there. Thanks. Honorable Chief Minister Shri Devendra Fadnavis ji, Shri Jackie Shroff ji, Shri Shyam Benegal ji, Shri Shantaram ji, Shri Mukesh Khanna, people from the film fraternity here, experts in their own fields, people from Mumbai, people from advertisement world, and people from the documentary world as well, people from India, people from abroad. Allow me to welcome you all here on this wonderful evening. It's a film festival here, but every time I land in Mumbai, I think every day is a festival here. Especially so when you're stuck in a traffic jam. So when I started, I asked him how far. My driver said half an hour. And after half an hour, I asked him how far. He said half an hour. So next time, if I need to reach anywhere in time, I know for sure I need to be with a Maharashtrian, with a Mumbaiite, who knows the time scales. But today, being here, and of course we have 7 days of wonderful documentaries that will be shown. There will be educational, informative, there will be documentaries that move us, that shake us, that make us happy. And documentaries that will bring about a change in this society of ours. They're very powerful mediums in themselves. And I think the Films Division realized that way back in 1948 when they formed the Films Division itself. At that time, Films Division documentaries were rock stars themselves because there was no other star. There was nobody else making the documentaries. I think with the changing times, Films Division needs to relook at themselves, innovate, find new methods of reaching out to the masses, find newer reasons for the Films Division to exist itself. And that's very critical to keep this whole movement of documentary making continuing. The Mumbai International Film Festival is a process in that. When Shyam Benegalji was speaking here, that there are very few places where the documentaries can be shown. At least we have a film festival here for documentaries that gives the film documentaries a platform from where people will see it and people will feel inspired for picking up such documentaries. I mean, a person like Mr. Bedi here, I'm sure there are hundreds of people like Mr. Bedi here. It's only being here when they switched off that film in between, I said, why did they not allow us to see that film right now which they were showing? They're very powerful messages that people risk their lives and record. I think the next documentary that needs to be made is on you, Mr. Mehdi, yourself. It's absolutely wonderful, the life that you've spent. No, I truly believe, I'm in a way an artist myself. I'm from the field of sport. But I realize what art is. I realize what passion is. And I realize your commitment beyond money. And that's what all these people sitting here represent. There's everyone here who's associated with documentary filmmaking has a passion and spends his lifetime for that passion. The value in return may not be in terms of pure finances, but they are in a life truly lived. And this is what Mumbai International Film Festival is here. And for the next 7 days, I am told that the films will not only be shown here in Mumbai, but they will be shown in many other parts of the country. And I think that's a wonderful idea. That parallelly, as you see the films here, they'll be shown in Delhi and Calcutta and Bangalore and many other places. So people who've missed out coming here, they'd be able to see these documentaries from where they are. My congratulations to each and everyone whose documentary film is going to be shown here. And I also would like to make a mention that Ministry of Information Broadcasting, which has organized this film festival, and absolutely thanks to the Chief Minister of Maharashtra and his entire team who's partnered us in putting this film festival together, that we will continue to put in our effort towards making things easier for all of you to make documentaries and be able to show them. And in terms of showing them, I think today, with the changing times, news and non-fiction channels have become a platform for these documentaries to showcase themselves. It's just not about just facts. but also about how you represent those facts. It's about storytelling at the end of it. And with the changing times now, with the digital technology coming in, I think everyone can become a storyteller. Things that you're passionate about, you can put them on YouTube, on various platforms. And we as part of the government, would like to assure you that we'd probably think of putting one of our Doordarshan channels and as carriers for documentaries. Perhaps it could be DD Bharati, perhaps it could be DD National, but we need to sit together. We need to put our minds together. I was having a meeting with some of the industry leaders a few minutes ago, and I said that we have the intention of making things better, but we may not necessarily have the knowledge. And therefore, unless you partner us as team and feel free to come walk up to us and educate us as to how you think in your vision the government could step in and make things better for the film industry, whichever be it, the fiction or the non-fiction. That's the only way we can help you out better. For instance, the popular certification board, or the censor board, as you all know, has been doing what it's been doing for decades. But with the mandate of our government, we look beyond what has been done so far. And hence we've initiated a committee headed by Mr. Benegal himself to relook at the entire certification process, because the government of India has no intention of limiting the creativity of the filmmakers. We will relook at films division, and we want ideas for that. And I'm sure people sitting here would have the brightest of the ideas. So I wish you all the best, each one of you. May God empower you, strengthen you, and we wish you all the best. Educate us, entertain us, and God bless you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. We're indeed very fortunate to have the young and visionary Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Shri Devendra Fadnavis ji, as our chief guest. And now I request him to deliver the inaugural address. Please get your hands together.
Minister of State for Information and Broadcasting, Government of India, Colonel Rajvardhan Rathore ji, Shyam Benegal ji, Jackie Shroff ji, Mukesh Khanna ji, Kiran Shantaram ji, Mr. Sharma, all the captains from film fraternity, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me immense pleasure to be part of the inaugural ceremony of MIF 2016. This program is unique in many ways, but one uniqueness I have experienced. It is for the first time that in one single program I am coming on the dais for the fourth time. But I'm really happy that this festival is happening in Mumbai. And as Chief Minister of Maharashtra, I would like to welcome all of you to this financial, commercial, and entertainment capital of India. In fact, till I got the invitation of this program, even I did not know that there is a film festival hosted for documentary, short films and animation. Because we are so engrossed in the entertaining films and all the pomp and show of awards that often we tend to forget that the world is much beyond. And when you look at the work of people like Mr. Bedi, it reminds you how diverse is the world and how little we know about it. People from my generation have grown up with documentaries. While we were a kid, I remember that before a feature film, Films Division ki bhet was the most important thing awaited, because that used to give a signal that after 5 minutes the feature film will start. But I must admit that those documentaries, they are so informative and they had a big reach. Whether it was a government program or a situation, I still remember a voice in Marathi, 1972चा तो दुष्काळ, the typical voice. But I think the amount of information, the amount of sensitization which those documentaries used to do was immense. Today, the world has changed, the media and medium have changed, but I think the importance of documentaries and short film has not changed. In fact, it is even more today. And I totally agree with Shyam Benegal ji that short films are a medium through which one can express everything which otherwise you won't be able to do for commercial reasons. And I'm sure with such festivals and also with an initiative which Honorable MOS has announced to give a platform, to dedicate a channel, to give space to all these short films and documentaries, I'm sure more and more people will be enthused and will be interested in showcasing the diversity of life. I would also like to congratulate Mr. Bedi for all pains and risks which he has taken to show the entire world about a very different world which was really unknown. I'm sure this award would give him inspiration to do more. With this, I would also take this opportunity to remind our Honorable Minister that our government is into a discussion with the central government to have a National Institute of Animation and Gaming to be set up in Mumbai, and I've just informed him that we have offered land in the film city itself. So sooner the better, we would like this institute of international repute to come to Mumbai, and I'm sure that will add a feather into the cap which already Mumbai is displaying about being an entertainment capital. With this, I would like to welcome all the filmmakers, and I'm sure this festival will generate huge response and it will be a great success. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Your kind words will encourage us to do great effort in making this festival truly unique. I think ek baar phir zordar taaliyan for all the dignitaries who've taken time out to come here. Now that the ceremonial opening of the 14th MIF is over, the festival can truly begin. You can look forward to a hectic but very satisfying 6-day period packed with films, debates, workshops, and masterclasses. If you are an aspirant filmmaker or a budding director with a few films under your belt, the 6 days ahead can be very crucial for your career because the festival will give you a lot of opportunities to learn from the masters, either in the master classes or through their films. For those who are already in the professional league, this is a great time to watch films, exchange ideas, and more importantly, mingle with old friends and make new ones. But I am kind of running ahead. The night has not yet ended. The ceremonial opening is done, and we can now sit back and relax. As in the past editions of MIF, we have taken a leaf from the pages of India's great tradition. Our national bird, the peacock, is one of the most beautiful creatures God has blessed us with. It is often said that one has to be indeed fortunate to see the peacock dancing in the rain. From ancient times, the peacock has drawn the attention of poets, emperors, invaders, warriors for its beauty and grace. The peacock established itself as the royal bird during the Gupta period. King Ashoka made the killing of deers and peacocks an offense. Aurangzeb also ordered a ban on shooting and killing of peacocks. Today, it is protected by the Indian Wildlife Protection Act 1972. But has that really deterred us? We continue to kill our wildlife wantonly. And that is the theme of tonight's dance drama. Save Our National Bird, the Peacock. It tells the enchanting story of an avid hunter who kills for pleasure and his conservationist son who questions his father's cruel ways. The dance ends with an earnest plea for preserving the environment so that future generations can continue to enjoy the beauty of this world. This dance drama is choreographed and performed by the renowned choreographer Sandeep Soparkar and his partner Jesse Randhawa and the team of amazing dancers. Sandeep Soparkar is a Bollywood choreographer who started his dancing and choreography career in the year 2001 by choreographing Shyam Benegal's directed film, Zubeda. He is the pioneer of India Dance Week, a dance platform that brings together varied Indian and international dance forms. His beautiful partner, Jesse Randhawa, is a noted model and a very sensitive actress with several brilliant performances. Together, they represented India at 2014 Cannes Film Festival in France. The duo also performed at the International Marathi Film Festival Awards IMFFA held in Hong Kong in 2013. So ladies and gentlemen, please get your hands together to welcome the supremely talented Sandeep, Jesse, and their troupe. Please get your hands together.
आज शिकार पर जाने का मन कर रहा है, चले हम सब?
हाँ हाँ चलो।
जानवरों का तो बहुत शिकार कर लिया, चलो आज कुछ पक्षी मारते हैं।
क्या बात है, तीतर और बटेर, वाह मजा आ जाएगा।
तीतर और बटेर नहीं यार, क्यों ना हम आज मोर का शिकार करें?
मोर? अरे वाह।
हाँ मोर, इसी बहाने शिकार का शिकार हो जाएगा और व्यापार का व्यापार।
क्या बात कही है, चलो लेट्स गो।
लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, अपनी अपनी सीट्स पर बैठ जाइए। शो शुरू होने वाला है।
यार अब ये मोर किसी काम के नहीं रहे। इनका नाच देख देख के पब्लिक बोर हो चुकी है।
तुम ठीक कहते हो। आजकल तो जनता को हर बार कुछ नया चाहिए।
क्यों ना हम मोर के इन खूबसूरत पंखों को लेकर एक नया धमाकेदार शो बनाएं?
क्या बात कही है यार, सुपर आइडिया।
जाओ, तुम लोग नए शो की तैयारी करो और मैं मोर के पंख लाता हूं। लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, मैं पेश करता हूं हमारा नया शो।
पापा पापा पता है आज स्कूल में टीचर ने हमें मोर के बारे में बताया। मुझे मोर देखना है, दिखाओ ना।
देखो बेटा, ये है मोर।
ये मोर नहीं पापा, नाचता हुआ मोर देखना है, असली मोर, प्लीज पापा।
सॉरी बेटा, मुझे माफ कर दो। मैं तुम्हें नाचता हुआ मोर नहीं दिखा सकता।
पर क्यों पापा? बोलो ना क्यों?
क्योंकि बेटा, दुनिया में अब कोई भी मोर नहीं बचा है। आप और आपके बाद आने वाला कोई भी बच्चा नाचते हुए इस खूबसूरत पक्षी को कभी नहीं देख पाएगा। और इसका कारण है आपके पापा। हाँ बेटा, मैं और मेरे जैसे कई बेरहम लोग जिन्होंने इस अद्भुत पक्षी, इस मोर का नामो निशान तक मिटा दिया। आज मैं आप सब लोगों से मेरे इस गुनाह की माफी मांगना चाहता हूं। आई एम सॉरी बेटा, आई एम सॉरी। जो मैंने किया वो आप कभी मत करना बेटा, कभी नहीं।
Okay, that was an astounding performance. I think ek baar phir zordar taaliyan for music and dance are truly the food of the soul. Thank you so much, Sandeep, Jesse, and your band of talented performers for transporting us to an ethereal world. I think zordar taaliyan hamare in performance ke liye. It takes a lot of guts to come on stage and perform. Please get your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. At every MIF, we pay our respect to the memory of those dear departed friends and filmmakers who had played a pivotal role in making MIF and the documentary film movement what it is today. As a mark of our respect and admiration, we pay homage to the 10 great filmmakers who have passed away recently. Nirad N. Mohapatra, a film society activist and a filmmaker who made his debut in fiction but was attracted to documentaries. Odessa Satyan, a documentary filmmaker and social activist closely identified with the Odessa movement in Kerala. K.K. Chandran, best known for his documentaries on art and artists. Those from the films division family, Prem Vaidya, a journalist with a camera, whose films are even today considered milestones in documentary filmmaking. Rajagopal Rao, whose films about grassroots struggles were the authentic and sincere as the man himself. Babu Ramse, a true teacher at heart who was comfortable behind the camera as well as on the desk. He was coordinator of MIF 2002 and 2004. R. Krishna Mohan, a painstaking researcher whose films were imbued with perfection. He was director of BIF 1994. Ravi Jadhav, a much awarded, promising animator whose life was cut short at a very young age. On the international map, Haroon Farooqi was a powerful critic, editor, theorist, and a curator whose films are reference points for younger filmmakers. Michael Glawoga was a jury member at MIF 2012 and is best known for his essayist documentaries which comprise the globalization trilogy. Let us take a few minutes to remember and salute their contribution through this compilation of some of their works.
Today, there is a craze for learning dancing among girls.
जनता ने जय जयकार के नारे लगा के इस जहाज के प्रति मंगल कामना प्रकट की.
Lakshman is constantly aware of happenings in the world at large and in his own country.
गांधी जी विनोबा को अनमोल रत्न कहते थे. 1940 में उन्होंने विनोबा को पहला सत्याग्रही व्यक्ति चुना.
अजनबी आए हैं, जल्द ही अजनबी चले जाएंगे.
मैंने अपने भाई को ढूंढा और मुझे तीनों मिल गए. इन हाथों से मैं अपना सपना साकार कर सका हूं.
बेले बेले मु कोन भावे जानती पिला माननको एते कष्ट करी लेखई पढ़ई किछि लाभ नहीं.
Eine Zigarette verbrennt mit etwa 400 Grad.
I told you, that about air hostess. Yeah.
Air hostess.
Yes.
Travel the world. What's about your friend?
I want to be a lawyer.
Wow.
നിന്നെ സ്പർശിക്കും നിന്റെ രക്തത്തിന്റെ വിളികൾക്കും നീലലിത്മസിനപ്പുറം കത്തുന്ന തീനാളമാരുടെ മനസ്സാണ്
दीदी ये देखो
H1N1 फ्लू को फैलने से रोका जा सकता है। खांसी और छींक के बाद और बच्चे को छूने से पहले अपने हाथों को साबुन से धोकर